Hi guys, and welcome to DWC Academy. My name is Onohoyui. I'm a Canva certified creative and also a designer with over 14 years experience. On this channel, we use Canva to teach you tips and tricks on how to improve your design and even make your business pages on social media to look more attractive and engaging. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a cutout effect using Canva. So if this happens to be your first time coming to our YouTube channel and you'd like to join our community, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also turn on the bell notification so you always get our videos whenever we launch them. So without any further ado, let's jump into Canva and start designing. Alright, so this is Canva and this is my Canva artboard. This is what we're going to be creating exactly. This is a cutout effect and you can actually do this in Canva. But most of the things we're going to be doing here will require that you have a Canva Pro account. So if you do not have a Canva Pro account, I have a link in the description that will give you access to trying Canva Pro for 45 days and it's completely free. You can cancel at any time. So just go right there and get that so we go along with this tutorial together and get the same effect. Now, when you look at a design, any design you want to start working with, the first thing I recommend you do is go ahead and look at the design and look at the impossibilities of that design, okay, and start thinking, how do I get this done? How do I get that done? And what you need to do in a design like this is, I'm just going to use this line here. I've used it already to indicate parts of the design that I can remember. Like here is the background, this is entirely the background, and this one here is the earth. There is an earth, and then we've got a green color, and then we also have a shadow. Now I'm thinking, how do I come up with a design like this? So if I have already listed out all the elements that I can imagine are existing in the design, it's going to be easier for me to start creating, and that's what I want to show you right now. So let's just create a new page. I'm going to create a new page. The first thing we're seeing here is the background, but I'm not going to work on the background first. I'm more concerned about the earth and the shadow and also the green stuff behind this. So let's just start working on that. Now for this one, you can notice the earth here. It's just maybe an element or whatsoever. So you can go to your search on the element and you can just type earth and you look for it under the graphics. You can find it here. This is exactly the one that I use, and it is a pro element, so you should really try Canva Pro for 45 days. You're going to be so amazed at the features you're going to get. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to bring it here and the color is this. Awesome. So I'm just going to keep it here. I'm going to make the color white entirely so you can see it clearly. The second thing I can see here is that to create this effect, I need an element to touch another element. Now this is what I mean. I could go right here and grab this element, and I will also decide to make this element here to just be white in color. And if I want to create any cutout effect, or I want to create my designs for them to link together, all I need to do is make sure the elements touch themselves. Okay, so this way, if I go ahead to download this, you're going to notice that these two elements are going to come in as one, and it's still going to have the effect just behind it there, which is the transparent background thing. Now, but this is not what we're going to be using, and since this is what we want to use because we want that round cycle right there, we're going to be using an element here called the rough textured paper cutout dot cycle frame. Kind of long title. It's by Trendify. I'm also going to drop the direct link to this in the description below so you can go and create exactly what we are creating here. Now this is the element here that I'm going to use. Now one thing you notice is the element doesn't come with just one color, it comes with almost 5 colors. It is really an SVG. That's one great thing about using Canva. You have access to playing around with all of these elements to suit your design. Now, but to make this really look like what we want, I'm going to change the background here to white, and I'm going to change this our earth color to entirely, I'm going to use entirely black. And on this element we just brought in, I'm also going to use black on it. Every single pattern on it, I'm going to change all of the patterns to black so we can really play with it as we want. So here is it. Now we have it right here. The next thing we want to do is we want to grab this earth here, reduce the size, and we want to put it right in the middle here. Grab the both of them, bring them to the middle, increase the size like this. Okay, you can even increase it this way. It all depends on what you want. So you just increase it like this. And then the next thing you want to do is drag this one and put it to the back, which is the big one. So you can easily tap on the earth effect here. And then all you need to do is make sure it's touching the edge of this paper. That's it. So here you can see that we have this earth feel right now. It's showing like this. And the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that it is really large enough. So, but do not make the mistake of increasing it without working on this other edge of it here. I mean, do not increase it, so when you save it as transparent, you won't be able to get the feel when we're going to go to the next stage. So I'm just going to reduce it a little bit, just like this. And then I'm going to go to download. I'm going to say transparent background, and this is one of the reasons why you do need a Canva Pro account. And just go ahead and try that link. It's also showing on your screen right now. And then I'm going to choose page number 2. I'm going to say done, and all I need to do is go ahead and download this. Now the reason why I also increase the size of this design is so that the resolution will be a little bit high, even though the dimension will be affected, but positively. So I'm going to go ahead to download this and just wait for a few seconds. Okay, so we've got it downloaded right now. It's here. All I need to do is I'm gonna drag it here. So here it is right now, and we have it here. So I'm gonna show you the difference. If I create a new page and bring this here, you can see it's right in here, and we can really play around with it and make it look even good. If I go ahead and change the background, you notice the transparency is still there. So that's one of the great things. And now you notice that it is one image. We've merged two elements together to form one image. The next step you want to do is, if you look at this design now, you're going to notice that we have the background. So since we've worked on the earth, the next thing we need to do is to work on the background. So to work on the background, we're going to create a new page, and right here we're going to go over to elements here, and let's just search for, I'm going to search for green gradients, green gradient background, and I'm going to search for it under photos. So it's just going to come up with something like this. So remember, we want to have this dark kind of effect, so we're just going to look for a green that will kind of fit what we're looking for. We can still go and filter here using the color filter and go and search for green and even make it look a little bit darker like this, and apply the filter to see if we're going to get something like that. Now I kind of like this, but even though it's not exactly what we want to use, but I'm just going to use that to show you for demonstration sake. Okay, but let me just go ahead and get that for you so you can see that. So right now I'm going to bring this one here into the background, put in page 3, and I'm going to replace it. I'm going to set it as a background image, and I'm going to just drag it this way. Now we have our background, and that's exactly what we're working on right now. So the next thing we want to do is we want to bring in our photo, which is the photo that we already have, the one we've already downloaded and also uploaded. So this is it here. We want to make this to become our shadow effect. So we're going to go over to effects, and we're going to go to adjust, and under adjust we're going to go to blur, and you just want to blur this like this. Yeah, this is just fine. It's okay like that. Now we're certainly done with this. The next thing you want to do is you want to grab the image again and bring it back into Canva right now. So this is the image that we already have, but this time around we're going to change the color to the color that we have for the background here. And if you notice, the color for the background is this, and I'm just going to copy the hex code. So if I go back here and go to effects, I can go to this one here called the Dalton effect. This allows me to change the color entirely and I don't have to worry about it. So just right there, I'm going to go to Dalton. I'm going to choose anyone is fine because you can still play around with it. And tapping the controls here, it's the filter, which is also the controls, and go to the highlight. You want to make sure the highlight is this color. And you also want to make sure that the shadows take this color as well. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to hit on apply. Now when you hit on apply, it's going to populate that particular effect to your new design, and just wait for it to save all changes. Now that is perfectly done. The next thing you want to do is you are going to reduce your shadow and put it just behind it here. You can see what I'm doing. You're just going to put it right there. You can see that. That's what you're going to do. You can play around with it, and you can also tilt it if you want a little bit. You can see that we have that shadow right there underneath it. Okay, and then what you want to do is you can also go to transparency, play around with transparency, reduce it a little bit, and there you go. Just gonna grab it and put it right in the middle here. And then to make it have all of this feel that you can find around here is pretty simple. All you need to do is go ahead and grab one of these shapes. If you grab this shape here, for instance, we're going to pick this one. I'm going to change the color of that shape to this, and I'm going to just place it here. Watch this. I'm going to place it there. I'm also going to copy it to this place. The next thing is duplicate another one. Now I'm going to rotate it to 90 degrees. I'm also going to place it here. This one too, I'm also going to place it right here. So you can see that we have created that cutout effect. And if we go ahead and select everything and even try to reduce it, you can see that you still have that effect right there. Okay, so you can just reduce everything like this if you want, and then you go ahead and download it. But this is exactly how you can go ahead to create this effect right there. The next thing you want to do is to go ahead and put your text or whatsoever that you'd like to put. You can still go ahead and play with these colors and change all of the colors using the effect to go to your Dalton effect and change the entire color to whatsoever you'd like to use. In this case here, if I'm going to change it to say this brown here, that means I'm also going to change every part of it to this brown. Alright, and that's it. I'm just going to copy this text code and I'm just going to hit on apply. Now the next thing I'm just going to do is go right here and also change this colors to this, and it fits all of these colors here. So you can see that. That's how you can go ahead to play around with this and create your own cutout effect. And in the shadow, you can put anything you want to put in the shadow. You can put forest. Let's say we've got forest on the photos. We can choose any kind of stuff we want to do. So maybe this one. And I'm going to just say replace background, so you can see it goes straight into the background. You can put anything that you want to put right there and just put it right into the background. So this is exactly how you can go ahead to create your own cutout effect in Canva, and it's really easy for you to do. I'm going to show you one more that we're going to be working on right now. I'm going to show you how to create this one also in Canva. So the first thing you want to do when you want to create this one is go ahead and create a new page. Okay, go ahead and create a new page. So when you create a new page, you're also going to want to use this effect here. You want to use this because this particular one is something that I just brought in here. I downloaded it and just brought it into Canva here, so you can see it as a user uploaded content. So what you need to do to get this is also use the same thing here, the same one that we did here, this one, just to copy it, and you just bring it right here. When you paste it, all you need to do is change all of its color to white. Okay, change all of its color to white. All right, so you're changing all of its color to white. And then just to know what you're doing, change the background here to green, so you can see this is entirely white right here. This is what you're having. Now what you want to do next is you are going to save this. You're going to save this particular one here. You're going to save it as a transparent background, but it's going to be this way. And you're going to say download transparent background, page 10, and you just go ahead and download it. Just give it a few seconds. It's downloaded. Now if you create a new page and you just drag this one into here, you're going to notice that it's coming with the transparent background effect thing. Now what you want to do next is you are going to create a shadow out of this and continue to duplicate it. That is the concept of this particular design. So you're just going to go ahead and work that out. So in this case, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to bring this one in and change the color to this, so you can see. Right now what we're going to do is I'm just going to increase it like this, and I'm going to download this same one so I can have edges where I can play around with my blur effect. So I'm going to go ahead and say download transparent background. I'm going to choose page 11 and I'm going to say done. So I have it here downloaded already. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it back into Canva. So this is just downloading and uploading back into Canva just to get the effect that you're already looking for. Now that I've brought it back into Canva, the next thing I'm going to do is work around with it and make it my shadow effect. To really show you what that means, I'm going to change the color here to a little bit of gray, so you can just see what I'm working on. Yes, this gray should be fine. Now this is the one I just uploaded. I'm going to go over to adjust and I'm going to give it some blur just around here. You can see that. Now because it's white, you can go to effects and you can also change it entirely to black. You can go here and change it to black using the Dalton effect, change it to black, and this also to black, and just hit and apply. Now you have it. So you go back to adjust, and this is where you're going to play around with the blur effect. So if you have this blur this way, all you need to do is bring it backward and increase it a little bit. Okay, just increase it a little bit. You can see that this is the type of effect that we're having there. So just going to reduce it like this. Transparent as well, take it back a little bit. The blur, you could just reduce the blur a little bit. But there we go, we have this effect right here. Okay, you can just crop it this way and also crop it this way. Crop it this way and just leave one part of it. Yeah, so this is it. Now that you have this, you can start creating the rest. Now to create the rest, all you need to do is just, you can group this and duplicate it. You can position it behind and you just need to reduce it a little bit. You can see that. Just reduce it a little bit. Yeah. So you just reduce it a little bit and you just keep doing that. You keep doing that and just keep doing that. And then you can still duplicate it and also still reduce it, send it to the back, and then reduce it a little bit again like this. Just keep reducing it, and when you're done and you feel a little bit satisfied about what you're doing, select all of it and increase it this way. So just make sure you increase it to fit in the entire background if you want, this way, and then just reduce it a little bit like this. Now that you have this, the next thing you want to do is to put an image just behind it. So to put an image behind it, all you need to do is just one thing. Go over to elements, and when you go to elements, you're going to find this frames here. Get this frame, and right here you're going to go back to element again, and you want to search for anything. In my case, I want to use landscape, so I'm just going to search for landscape here, and I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to bring it right here, and if it's here, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to position it to the back entirely, just like we have it here. I'm going to put it to the back like this. Remember, this is it, so it's going to be just behind this, guys, right here, right here. So you can see that you have created a kind of frame right now in Canva. You can continue to play around with this, change it to whatever you want, make it look exactly, maybe to fit exactly what you want to do, but the choice is really up to you to do. So you can just keep playing around with it like this to just make it look really cool. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one, and I'll just position it to the top. That's it. Take it back to the back, and I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to increase it. Okay, so guys, here is it. You have your effect right here. This is exactly how you go about creating your own cutout effect in Canva. You can still go ahead and play with this as many times as possible. Just keep working on it to get exactly the feel that you are looking for, you see? So the more you play around with it, the more you get to have that feel that you want for your design. So it's pretty simple, and I do hope that you all enjoy this tutorial. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, 7 days without Canva makes 1 week, and until then, I dab.